We all make mistakes, but these flubs came with a price. Hey guys, it's Phoebe with WatchMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times celebs were fired from reality shows. We're taking a look at celebs who reportedly were dismissed from their shows or forced the cancellation of their shows. Let's get to it. Number 10, Farrah Abraham, Teen Mom OG. This reality TV mainstay found herself in hot water in 2017. Abraham, a former 16 and pregnant and Celebrity Big Brother star, was fired from Teen Mom OG for her continued participation in the adult film industry.
I think we want to look at just sort of how people are treated. Do you feel like you respect the people that are around you trying to make the show and spend all this time?
I respect a lot of people who respect me.
Right, but you do have very little empathy or compassion for other people.
The story goes that the show's producers issued her an ultimatum: quit porn or walk. Abraham chose the latter, but soon filed a $5 million lawsuit against Viacom and Teen Mom producer Morgan J. Freeman.
Hi, Farrah.
Hi. I don't know why anyone's here today, because there's really a void in our agreement because you wouldn't allow me to seek other forms of income.
That's not the void in the agreement.
Okay, well, you need to get back to my lawyer, not talk to me, not be here,
right,
and go take care of other things so that you can film.
In it, Abraham claimed she'd been, quote, harassed, humiliated, and discriminated against, disrespected, ridiculed, and sex-shamed by Freeman and co. the day before she was let go. While the lawsuit was later dropped, Abraham's time as a Teen Mom OG cast member was officially over.
Out of 9 moms, you're the only one that's the problem.
I'm not difficult. I am so understanding. I am working my ass off just like everyone.
Number 9, Jon Gosselin, Jon and Kate Plus 8. One of the most popular reality TV shows of the 2000s, Jon and Kate Plus 8 focused on the titular couple as they attempted to raise their 8 children.
Even though many episodes have aired and our story has aired, there are still many questions, I think, about how we got to where we are now. And so I think we're going to try to
clear those up.
Is that what I'm saying?
The highly rated program regularly drew in millions of viewers, but things appeared to come crashing down when Jon and Kate filed for divorce in 2009. The details are a little murky, but most agree that it was Jon's infidelities that led to the split. Things quickly got messy, with Jon and the show both filing legal suits against one another.
So you made some very serious allegations about Kate, specifically regarding your son Colin. This is important. I want to talk about Colin because it's sort of an example of the conflict you two of you have had.
The show was later retitled Kate Plus 8, with Jon at first minimally and then ultimately no longer involved at all. It seemed things eventually came full circle in late 2019 when Kate reportedly stated in court that her relationship with TLC had been terminated.
But Jon has now put a 90-day halt on the divorce proceedings, saying he wants to open the lines of communication, work on co-parenting, and that he regrets stepping out in public with other women so soon after they split.
Number 8, Chad Johnson, Bachelor in Paradise. In his reality TV debut on The Bachelorette, Chad Johnson distinguished himself from the other contestants with his abrasive and violent behavior.
Chad is on the loose. We all kind of saw his true colors. It's called roid rage. At this point, you got to get Chad out of here. This guy might kill somebody.
Don't you freaking touch me.
However, he was brought back to participate in the 3rd season of Bachelor in Paradise. He didn't fare much better on the spin-off series, getting drunk and arguing with fellow contestants Lace, Izzy, and Sarah in the very first episode. Johnson's unhinged behavior drew the ire of host Chris Harrison, who demanded that he apologize for his actions. Johnson refused and instead began hurling insults at the host.
You can do this and you think this is all like fun and games? This is my life. This is my life. And you're gonna sit here and you're gonna try and make me look like a bitch. You, Chris Harrison, come at me.
Harrison had seen enough and had Johnson removed from the show. Chad Johnson is exactly the kind of personality reality TV thrives on, so it's not exactly a surprise to learn he's continued to find work within the industry.
Do you want to make any type of apology right now for what went down there?
Yeah, I probably said something bad to Lace. I think there was a bad word said. The other thing was I think I made a joke about Sarah, and I do feel really bad about that.
I'm not hearing an apology in there, Chad. Is there an apology?
Yeah, I am sorry to them for saying the things that I shouldn't have said.
Number 7, Jeremy Clarkson, Top Gear. Like a police officer trying to nab him for driving above the speed limit, controversy has followed Jeremy Clarkson around for decades. The indomitable former Top Gear presenter has long been accused of or caught using racist and homophobic language, but always managed to emerge with his job status intact.
If you listen very carefully with the sound turned right up, it did appear that I'd actually used the word I was trying to obscure. I was mortified by this, horrified. It is a word I loathe, and I did everything in my power to make sure that that version did not appear in the program.
That came to a crashing halt in 2015 when Clarkson was suspended for allegedly assaulting Top Gear producer Ocean Tiemann while filming in North Yorkshire, England. The story goes that Clarkson grew angry after being served soup and cold cuts for dinner instead of his desired meal of steak.
What we know is that the producer Ocean Tiemann was indeed attacked by Jeremy Clarkson, and he was also subjected to sustained verbal abuse, using words that no one should have to endure.
Despite an online petition to keep Clarkson on the show receiving more than 1 million signatures, the BBC opted not to renew the host's contract.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how thrilled are you that Top Gear is nowhere near as successful now that you're not on it?
It's a hard face to pull, this one. Let me try.
Number 6, Janelle Evans, Teen Mom 2. What can we say about Janelle Evans and her tumultuous relationship with former hubby David Eason that hasn't already been said or seen? Evans rose to fame thanks to her longtime gig as a cast member on Teen Mom 2.
I've been trying to be a better mom to Jace, and I know the best way to do that is if I go to college. So today, I'm going to register for classes.
It was during her time on the show that she met and wed ex-con David Eason, with the two going on to have a daughter together. Sadly, his behavior grew increasingly erratic, and he was let go from Teen Mom 2 in February 2018.
This is David.
Hi, David.
Nice to meet you.
MTV previously ended their relationship with David in February 2018 after he posted a number of homophobic and transphobic tweets.
Janelle remained with the show, but continued to suffer under Eason's abusive nature, including an incident in which he shot and killed her dog.
What surprised you most about the fallout from the whole dog killing incident?
I think, well, to me, it was more like, I think, instead of conversating with me before it happened, he just did it.
Ultimately, MTV decided they wanted no part of the relationship and cut ties with Janelle as well. Number 5, Danielle Staub, The Real Housewives of New Jersey. The Real Housewives franchise has had no shortage of explosive dismissals over the years, with names like Phaedra Parks and Danielle Staub immediately coming to mind.
Another person that has shared too much of herself on reality TV and is now out of a job, Phaedra. Now, we talked about this. Yep, we talked about it. So, you know, she was caught lying.
While the former managed to stick around for a few seasons before being canned for starting a truly despicable rumor, the latter only lasted 2 measly seasons.
It's time for me to leave and do something that I want to do that makes my heart happy every day. And so I will be never returning as a housewife again. And
wow, she's saying the word. Okay, now I didn't know you were going to say the word never.
Staub was shown the door prior to the start of season 3 of The Housewives of New Jersey after a string of truly crazy behavior landed her in the producer's naughty books.
After thinking about it, Danielle, I'm not going to try to get you back because that's all been done, okay? I'm going to pray for you because that's what you need most because you are a little cuckoo up here.
Sweetheart.
Okay?
From her epic fight with Teresa Giudice to allegations of prostitution and drug use, it was only a matter of time before Staub was fired. Number 4, Josh Duggar, 19 Kids and Counting. In 2015, it was revealed that Josh Duggar, the eldest of the 19 Kids and Counting brood, had molested a number of underage girls when he was a teenager, including several of his sisters.
We're victims. They can't do this to us.
2 of Josh Duggar's sisters are breaking their silence, confirming they were molested by their brother when they were youngsters.
In response to the revelations, Duggar apologized for having acted inexcusably, and 19 Kids and Counting was suspended indefinitely. Additionally, Duggar was revealed to have been a member of the infamous dating website for married people or those in relationships, Ashley Madison. 19 Kids and Counting was later canceled, as TLC clearly felt the heinous nature of the crimes had permanently scarred the program.
Do you think the show will be canceled? Has TLC given you any indication?
You know, at this point, our family is just trying to regroup. We are fine whether they film us or not. We're going to go on and live life.
However, that didn't stop them from launching the spin-off series Counting On, which experienced its own bout of controversy when Jill Duggar's husband Derek tweeted a number of hateful, transphobic remarks. He was later fired.
The tweet read, "What an oxymoron, a reality show which follows a non-reality. Transgender is a myth. Gender is not fluid, it's ordained by God." That ignited a Twitter firestorm.
Number 3, June Shannon. Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
Mama June officially split from on-again, off-again love Sugar Bear. She bought herself a new home and, oh yeah, she looks like this.
It's like they cut off her head and then put it on another body. Yeah, that's what they always say.
Though she and her family first appeared on Toddlers and Tiaras in 2012, it was later that same year that June, Mama June Shannon, really entered the pop culture lexicon, thanks to her starring role on TLC's Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. The show, which revolved around her daughter's quest to become a child beauty pageant star, was a major success. Unfortunately, the party ended in 2014 amidst reports that Shannon was dating a convicted child molester. Ugh, and you thought the child beauty pageant stuff was bad. To make matters infinitely worse, the man in question had been sent away in part for molesting June Shannon's own daughter years earlier.
The only thing I could say to her, if she was sitting here right now, where is your head? Do you really care about any of your children?
Suffice it to say, TLC did not want to air a show starring a woman who was dating a child molester. So Shannon and the show were canned.
She's looking at real time. They're either gonna let the charges go, or her ass is gonna go to prison.
Drugs change your whole perspective on everything.
Number 2, Paula Deen, Multiple. This Southern celebrity chef was one of the Food Network's hottest stars throughout the 2000s and early 2010s. She hosted 3 different shows for the network: Paula's Home Cooking, Paula's Best Dishes, and Paula's Party.
She's written 14 best-selling cookbooks, is the queen of a nearly $16 million empire, and the self-described face of Southern cooking and all things butter. But in an ongoing lawsuit with a former employee, Paula Deen is now fighting accusations that she's secretly a racist.
However, in 2013, she was sued for racial and sexual discrimination, with Deen admitting in her deposition that she had used the N-word in the past.
Now, the deposition was taken in May, and it's part of an ongoing civil lawsuit filed against Deen and her brother by a former employee who, as you mentioned, alleges sexual and racial harassment.
Additionally, the lawsuit alleged that Deen had thought about hosting a true Southern plantation-themed wedding for her brother, complete with a staff of all-black servers.
She also admits she once suggested to an assistant that she hire middle-aged black men to dress up in white jackets and black bow ties for an old Southern plantation wedding.
In response, the Food Network cut ties with Deen, canceling her shows, endorsement contracts, and publishing deals. Our number 1 pick is a huge departure from all the other entries on this list. But before we unveil that, here are some honorable mentions.
You don't like it?
No, I think you're whack.
A second woman has come forward to accuse Southern Charm star Thomas Ravenel of sexual assault.
How did you get fired?
Over the phone the day before my birthday.
Oh.
See, poor supermodel.
Did Tyra call you herself?
No,
or
Tyra
how does
did
that
not call me.
The latest season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills saw Brandi Glanville go from a totally gift-worthy fan favorite.
My plan is to be completely wasted so I don't know what's happening. Because if you don't hear it, you don't see it, then it didn't happen. Like, that got sucks.
Do you feel blindsided by what happened? Did you see this coming, know it was coming down the line?
I think more than anything, I feel a little sad. I mean, you know, in as much as I had an incredible time, it defined a decade for myself. And, you know, you put your heart and soul into a show like this.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You'll have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Gabrielle Union and Julianne Hough, America's Got Talent. Contrary to the other celebs on our list, these former America's Got Talent judges appear to have been fired for doing the right thing.
Gabrielle Union had expressed concerns over racially insensitive situations during her time as a judge, including an insensitive joke told by guest judge Jay Leno that, according to the Variety report, offended many people on set.
Gabrielle Union and Julianne Hough were judges on America's Got Talent's 14th season, but failed to have their contracts renewed beyond that. Why? Well, it appears both women were subjected to unfair treatment on set, with Union allegedly being told her haircuts were too black, while Hough was criticized for her style choices.
Now, Variety also alleges that Union and Julianne Hough were both subject to excessive notes on their physical appearance, noting that Union was allegedly told that her ever-changing hairstyles were, quote, too black for the America's Got Talent audience.
However, when they spoke up about the toxic work environment, they were promptly shown the door. Both women have set their sights on effecting positive change in the workplace, with Hough quipping, quote, "We need to start conversations, and I commend Gabrielle for speaking her truth and starting a conversation."
And I just commend Gabrielle for speaking her truth and starting a conversation. And I'm really proud of NBC as well for also showing up and starting a narrative. And that's what's going to change the workplace and the paradigm that we've been working in.
The America's Got Talent scandal caused a whole lot of drama. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments or tweet me at Phoebe_WM. And check out this video.